So to start today, we are going to hear from two speakers who can explain just how integral EIT is to the EU's flagship initiative, Horizon 2020. And our first speaker is the Director General for Education and Culture, Martine Reicherts, and she can help put EIT into context. Martine.
Hello to all of you. Today is the Women's Day. 3 in a row. Doesn't happen that often in this European world. First of all, welcome to all of you. I think it's great to see you so numerous. I think it really shows that EIT is getting public. When I started this job on the 1st of September, I had a few very strange ideas about EIT, and I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, you will share my enthusiasm now about EIT. EIT is really a great thing, because EIT is really, in this European world of bureaucrats and all what we call Brussels, a unique player in the EU innovation landscape. And that's why you are here today, because you are interested in this new launch for tender, and that's where somebody else will explain to you what it is about. I will stay at the very political level. I think we live in a world where education is really at the heart of our preoccupations. I think all what we see in the immigration world, in the inclusion world, shows how important innovation and education is about. And I think in this context, EIT, being part of the Golden Triangle, where we have education, research, and the business, is really a unique opportunity to see that without each other, those three parts of the Golden Triangle cannot go anywhere. And that's why it's quite interesting for me now to be today with you, because I really believe that education, and especially education in the context of entrepreneurship, is really at the heart of our preoccupations. The interesting thing about the EIT is that our youngsters, through PhDs, are able to practice in the businesses. They can launch new startups and that kind of things. And it's not just about studying, it's really about applying things. And that makes the whole difference. And I think everybody talks about entrepreneurship and everybody has lots of brilliant ideas. But here we go live. It's not just about theory. So that was my first political message. The second one is you have all seen that Commissioner Moedas has now launched a consultation about what he calls Innovation Council. The EIT, of course, is doing innovation now for years, and the first results are getting public. Of course, you may say we don't know yet. That's why we are all here today. But I think we will go public with some of the public results and about those alumni who really went through this training in the EIT that were successful, and they are now part of the really successful entrepreneurs below 30 years old. And I think that's the whole purpose, to identify successes with people and not just about theory. So we, of course, as responsibles for the EIT, support the initiative of Mr. Moedas. We will work with him and give us our expertise, because we already have lots of expertise in this field, and Commissioner Navracsics, and I'm pretty sure Patricia will confirm this, will be very happy to join in this experience, and we will work together hand in hand, because innovation, research, and education are the most important things. We are all here today. We are all here today. Thanks again for joining, and have a great day, and I really wish you lots of enthusiasm, and please join the call for tender. Thank you.
And now we will hear from the Cabinet of the Education and Culture Commissioner. We are hearing from Patricia Reilly. And Patricia Reilly's responsibilities include higher education, research, science, and innovation. So this is right up her street.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to say a few words on behalf of Commissioner Navracsics. He's very sorry he couldn't be here this morning. He's particularly attached to the EIT, and not just because the headquarters is in Budapest, which is his national capital, but it's because really he believes in people. For me, the EIT is all about people. It's not just about research grants and education policy. It's much more tangible than that, because what Martine talked about, this golden triangle, the interface between research, education and business, is a very unique interface where the Commissioner believes, and I have to say I completely agree with him, this is where the magic can really happen in terms of innovation. The EIT is part of Horizon 2020, I'm sure you all know that. That's the €80 billion programme which runs from, well, from a year and a half ago until 2020. Out of that, there's €2.4 billion available for the EIT, and the vast bulk of that money is not yet spent. So there's a lot of potential there for those who get involved in the EIT. I've spent the last 6 years now talking to businesses, to educators, to people at that interface between research, education and business. And the message I get all the time from high-tech, and not only high-tech but also social innovators, is that they can't get the graduates that they want. They're really crying out, and that counts even in countries where unemployment rates are very high. And unemployment rates among graduates are very high. They still cannot find very often the right graduates. And I know that from the country I know best, where only a couple of years ago the unemployment rate was over 15%. And that's not to do with our graduates not being smart, but they're not being equipped with the skills that they really need for the 21st century business opportunities. And I think that's where the one aspect of the KICs and the EIT is unique. It can and does equip its graduates with opportunities and knowledge in terms of leadership, in terms of being able to take on risk, in terms of understanding entrepreneurship and that drive that you require to be an entrepreneur. But also, and I think this is the magic I was talking about, they get an opportunity to really spark off each other in graduates and students from different disciplines can come together, so engineers can interface with marketing people, with designers, in a very highly competitive but synergistic and positive environment. So the calls for the KIC opportunities are open as of today, or as of a little while ago, but the information that you'll get from people who know far more, like Martin, who'll speak immediately after me, I hope will be very helpful to you. There are already over 800 partners involved in the KICs across Europe, and it's a very open organisation. The EIT is hoping that we'll get as much enthusiasm and as many applications as possible from people in this room and further afield. It's also highly competitive, so the very best people and organisations and consortia will be the winners in the end of the day. So I wish you a very good day. I hope you get answers to all the questions that you have. I'm very keen to listen to Martin and to the panel immediately afterwards. So enjoy the day and get involved. Thank you.